Alright, so what's up guys? Hope you guys are having a splendid afternoon or evening or night or whatever time of day you're in, because we are out here on another running out here for y'all in the hot afternoon. Now we're in a new location out here in Naples, Florida. Oh yeah. So here we go. So we're gonna see if we can run across real quick and hopefully not get struck by a vehicle and make our way over. So here we go. So today I'm gonna be giving you 4 habits that can drastically change your life. So number 1 big habit of mine is getting up early and meditating, right? Because that's, you know, one big foundational skill, right? It's probably the most easiest, if not, you know, most basic thing you can do, but because anyone can do it, right? You can be at home, you know, and have nothing in a sense. So you can be out here in a park, wherever you are, and all you gotta do, sit and meditate and focus on your own thoughts, right? And focus on your breathing, because that's one big aspect of that. You know, when you meditate, is to simply, you know, focus, you know, on short, how do you call it, like, you know, basic things, right? Not such complex thoughts like, I got bills to pay, I gotta go to work tomorrow, I got this paper to write. Those thoughts can often, you know, haunt you in a sense. They can create stress, worry, fear, anxieties, right? And you don't want that. So one way to get around that is to meditate. Simply sit and do nothing, because that's what it boils down to. Right? You don't have to, you know, do these complex things of running, maybe juggling, you know, or doing different workouts to relieve your stress. Right? You can simply sit and not exert your body so much. And while that, you know, in and of itself is not very physically taxing, it can be mentally taxing, right? Try it yourself. You might realize, you know, how hard it is to simply sit still and let your thoughts ruminate. Let them run wild in a sense, but not so wild, you know, that you lose control and get stressed out and worried, because that's not what you want. Neither do you want to be super defensive and block out all this different thoughts and all that you have, because those responsibilities are still the same ones that you have. You know, what good is it going to do if you shut them out for a second? Because they're still there, and you know, you got to do them. So for that, you know, let them be a part of your life. Let them sit, you know, have a space in your mind in a sense, right? Because you know you gotta do it, you know you gotta work out, and in a sense make yourself better. And from that, you know, you can use the active meditation to get better, right? And use that as a habit. 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the night. That's my routine, and that has drastically changed my thinking, right? Or my happiness, right? I feel so much stress-free now. I don't think so much, you know, especially when you wake up, you open your phone, you check your emails, you look like, oh my God, I got all these emails, I got all this stuff I gotta do, and stress comes and fills your mind. How about instead of doing that, give yourself 10-15 minutes, you know, to meditate real quick before you actually go, you know, and open all those emails. Hey, what's up? And we got people. Hello. So one habit, you know, that I picked up is the cold showers. Oh boy, did I hate this one. I didn't understand why, you know, I should do this. I'm like, I'm perfectly fine with taking a warm, hot shower, you know, my usual shower. What difference is it gonna make if I simply just turn it to cold and go in it. Right, I thought it was quite dumb. Yeah, because there's people that live in these colder climates that expose themselves to this colder weather more often. And, you know, a lot of them aren't having the same self-improvement, right? You can argue it didn't really make a difference on them. It actually made them bitter, right? They hate the cold, right? They want to come to sunny places like Florida. And that made me think and question it. But I'll tell you this, after I started this regime of cold showers, let me tell you, like that whole rush that you get the second you step out, you know, into the cold, into almost, you know, I wouldn't really say unknown, but I would say like this shock, right? Like you're putting yourself in this uncomfortable situation, and you know, you're getting in there all at once, right? You can't just simply have it hit you one drop at a time, right? You got to throw pretty much your whole body into it. And what you come to realize is that a lot of the obstacles in your life are simply mental, right? It's so much worse thinking about the cold coming. You know, when you turn on the faucet and you know it's like 50 degrees, 60 degrees, that thing's freezing, and you have to step out into it, right? That can haunt you more than the actual cold itself. Because when you come to step into that cold, you'll realize is that you won't, you know, you won't die. You know, you won't get hurt. It's not as bad as you thought it was. And, you know, for that, just like cold showers, pretty much any adverse situation in life, right? You ever heard that phrase, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger? And that's so true when it comes to cold showers, right? It doesn't kill you, it doesn't hurt you. It's only there to make you stronger, make you more alert and aware and ready to handle these unique scenarios, right, that may come into play, like those extreme cold showers. So from that, you know, we hope that you would like to take a cold shower one of these days. And with that in mind, number 3, come on, this one's obvious. Go to the gym, right? I can't live without, you know, my workouts, right? That's been such a huge part of my life so far, because not only does it give you physical benefits, but you're gonna look great, you're gonna be in the best shape of your life, right? People are gonna admire you, you know, want to look like you. The opposite sex might become more attracted to you. Hello. And from that, your life will change. Trust me. People will start to look up to you, right? And you'll feel great about yourself. You become more confident. And that's not only in the gym, because of course, you putting in the work over there, right? Pumping that iron over and over again. The next time you go to that same gym, you're gonna feel comfortable. It's gonna be like your home. And from that, you know, that confidence can extend beyond that setting of the gym. Because when you get back and you tackle the world, you're gonna be ready for it. You know, because when you go to the gym, you're essentially tearing down your body. You're destroying that muscle. You're breaking it down limb by limb, right? Bicep, tricep, chest, whatever muscle you're working out, you're doing the same process. And from that, you get stronger mentally. What comes to mind, and when I think of something like that, is the man, David Goggins. He is a workout junkie. Hello? He, you know, simply decided to be, you know, all into his workouts and everything. Not just that because it helps you look great, you know, it gives you this great body, right, that people might admire, or he might admire when he looks at himself in the mirror. But from that, you know, he was able to overcome, you know, childhood traumas and adversities that plagued him in the past. You know, times that he, you know, unfortunately, you know, had these scary situations happen to him, and he had trouble getting over them. right? It could happen to you, it could happen to me, it could happen to anybody. And the way that he built himself up mentally was he worked out. He became a workout enthusiast. He runs these 100 and something mile races, and that's not to say that he does it to become, you know, this super athlete, but he does it to build himself up into the confident superhuman being and figure that he is today. And we come to know him as David Goggins, right? I dream of doing that one day, but you know, I gotta stick to my plan, my workout routine, and from that, hopefully one day I, you know, can achieve that goal of running those 100 and something mile races. So from that, we will go into our fourth habit, and that is book reading. Oh my God, is this one super useful? Right, when you're passing time, right, it can almost seem like you're wasting time sitting in traffic, right? You're walking to class, walking to work, taking the subway, and why not, instead of sitting there staring out the window or just waiting for time to pass by, why not, you know, turn on Audible and listen to an audiobook, or turn on a podcast and listen to Joe Rogan or whoever you want to listen to, because from that you'll hear these different perspectives, you know, from these authors and hosts of these shows, right? And the people that they bring on, they bring a unique set of experiences, right, that you can learn from, and from that, you know, you will get wise. I'll tell you, man, like when, you know, you hear people, Navy SEALs, right, business leaders, scientists, all those different individuals, you know, who've been there, done that in a sense, you know, they have some unique stories to tell, right, of their way up, you know, the shortcomings, great days, the bad days. You know, we all have our ups and downs in a sense, and from that, you know, instead of walking through life blindly and simply, you know, forcing yourself to, you know, experience those situations yourself, why not listen to someone else's story and learn from it, right, and take their advice, right, because they have been in the situations that you want to be into, and they have tried certain methods that you're thinking of trying. And from that, why not, you know, take that in, right? It'd almost be foolish, right, to say that you are gonna go on this journey all alone, because I'll tell you, listening to those books and those podcasts are almost like adding these people as your coach, right? They're your guides, right? And it's like pretty much free of charge or super cheap, right? You know how much money it would cost you to have those people coach you, when in reality, what you could do, simply read their books and absorb their knowledge, because from that, you know, they'll give you those tad bits of experience that you might need to make it to the next level and progress, right? Because that's what you're after ultimately. And you know, from these 4 tips, I really hope that you're able, you know, to take those in, apply those, and get more progress, because that's the big word, right? You wouldn't be partaking in these habits if you didn't want progress in your life. You don't want growth, right? That's almost foolish in a sense. Why would you simply want to go about your business at the same level? Like, I don't know about you, but I want to level up. I want, you know, betterment of my life and for the one around me, right? I want to improve other people's life. And how can I do that if I don't improve my life first, right? Start with you. Start with your habits. And from that, I hope you enjoy this video.